The reason why you feel like you've been walking through a cemetery for the last 2 years is because you actually were, right? You've been mourning a version of yourself, of your life, that the corpse world told you was already finished. So listen to this, because I know that this video had to find you, because in 2026, the whole frequency is shifted. Collectively, we are going through a massive awakening, a massive level up, a massive expansion, an elevation for eternal development. So the thing is, the room is quiet right now because the mourners have gone home, and God has just walked in and he's about to perform CPR, a spiritual resuscitation that defies every law of the simulation. Listen, because this is really, really important information, and I know I had to find you right now. So this isn't just about getting your spark back. This is about a divine reboot of your entire informational architecture. What does that mean? So we're talking about dead sectors that felt dead, right? In the space of variation, in the space of your life. Things that you thought were dead and buried, they're now getting new air in the lungs, being resuscitated back to life. These timelines where you've given so much excessive importance to your failures, of your lost dreams, when you did that, you essentially flatlined your own reality. When you said, no, that's not going to work, that's over, that's a dream, I need to let that go. You've flatlined your whole reality. So you've stopped moving because you believe that the script said it's over. But the thing is, God is giving CPR, right? God given CPR is literally the ultimate external intention. So he's jolting you right now away from your stagnant life, out of your stagnant life, and you are entering a wave of success. So you thought the dream was dead. You thought the situation was dead, the relationship, the career, the passion, it was dead. But the thing is, it was just waiting for the frequency of the world to catch up to the frequency of the masterpiece. So the CPR is literally the Holy Spirit forcibly removing the anchors that you left in 2024. So stop checking for the pulse of your old life. Stop checking for it. Start breathing, right? With the new rhythm, with the rhythm of the new sector that you've been shoved into. Listen up. From the book of Thomas, it's very blunt. It says, the dead are not alive and the living will not die. So if that dream, if that business or that version of you was truly an emanation of the light, it cannot die. It cannot die. It only looked dead because you were trying to house it, right? You were trying to house it in the corpse of the world systems. So most of what died in your life recently needed to go. It truly needed to go. It was the suburban, manageable, kind of normal version of you that flatlined. But God is giving CPR to the undivided part of yourself, right? The part of you that doesn't need permission from the matrix to exist or to succeed. Jesus tells us that if we bring forth what is within us, it will save us, right? So the CPR is the Holy Spirit reaching into your internal temple and pulling that hidden treasure into the light right now. So you aren't being fixed. This is not about you being fixed. You are literally being resurrected as someone on the world can no longer touch, can no longer impact, right? So we need to understand that death or failure, it's just a glitch in the information field. It's a distortion of the divine blueprint. So when I heard that God is giving CPR, we are talking about the restoration of the norm, right? So God is truly recoding your whole reality. That is what he's doing right now. He's literally hitting reset factory settings on your whole destiny, right? So in 2026, you know it, you've seen it, the simulation is breaking. But the only things that will survive are those things that are truly anchored in the norm. So that dream that you buried, right? It's being rematerialized right now with a higher resolution. it will look different. It will look different, right? It will look more sovereign. It will look different, right? You'll know what I mean when you see it materialize, because it's no longer being filtered from the louche farm of your old fears. So you'll be excited to go for it. It'll look more bold and you'll feel more confident to even go for it. So this is exactly how you have to handle the grasp, right? The wake-up call. So when someone comes back via CPR, they don't wake up polite, do they? They don't like be resuscitated and they come back polite. They wake up with a gasp, right? With a surge of adrenaline, with a total disorientation of where they are. Just be prepared for that. It's gonna feel like this whole rush, right? Be prepared for that. What I do want to say as well is stop visiting the grave. So if he's giving it CPR, stop bringing flowers to the funeral. Stop talking about what could have been in 2024 or why didn't it work in 2024. Right? Because that's just low frequency noise. The next thing I want to say is expect the jolt. So if your life feels chaotic right now, it's just the electricity of the Holy Spirit truly hitting your heart. So don't mistake the shock of revival for an attack from the enemy. That's very, very important. You need to look at the corpse world that tried to bury you and finish you and end you. And you need to just say, like, you really thought you could finish me? You really thought you could finish me? That's cute. Watch what's going to happen. So indifference to your past failures is truly your greatest shield. I'm going to just finalize this message by saying God is flipping the casket of what you thought was dead. So the heartbeat that you are hearing, it's not just a recovery right now. It's a declaration of war against every system that told you that you were done. The lies from the enemy. So the masterpiece isn't in progress anymore. It's breathing, it's alive. So just ride it, go with it, because it's really exciting. So you need to just stand up and act like you belong to the living, because God is doing a new thing and it's amazing. So if you enjoyed this word, let me know in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, you know where to find me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. I believe that God gives us ideas, creativity, passions for a divine reason. To bring ideas to life, to serve other people, and to live a life that aligns with His promises for us. If you're being called to expand and create right now, I highly recommend Printify. You can bring all of your amazing ideas to life. You can keep the products for yourself, or you can start a business to serve other people. But it's such a great way to turn your ideas into actual things.